welcome to our quick presentation on becoming a residential advisor. So my name is Katy Lemmon. I am the Accommodation Manager here at the university, and this is just a short insight into what a residential advisor is and what they are required to do as part of the role, and also how to apply. So starting off with the basics of what actually is a residential advisor. As an RA, you have three core responsibilities. So first of all, you're responsible for the overnight response. So that is dealing with any incidents that may happen on site. So that could be anything from a phone call from a student who's feeling a bit homesick, all the way through then to somebody who maybe requires some first aid. There's plenty of support on site available for you as well, but we'll go into that in a little bit. The second part is pastoral care. So as a residential advisor, you'll have a core group of students in your hall who you are responsible for keeping in touch with on a fortnightly basis to make sure that they're all okay and safe and well within their halls, and to help signpost them to any support should they require it. And then thirdly, you're also required to help out with our social programs to make sure that all of our students are feeling included and help to build that community within our halls. So we're looking for 4 key skills from candidates. That is resilience, because overnight on the on-call rota, you could be faced with a number of different scenarios, and we want to make sure that you're able to have the tools to be able to handle those, and resilience is a big part of that. We're looking for assertiveness, because again, dealing with those incidents can require you to go into maybe disperse a party, and so we require you to be able to have the confidence and the assertiveness to be able to handle a situation and hopefully disperse it effectively. Probably more important than anything, we're looking for somebody with enthusiasm, because we really want you to be there to help build the community. We don't want you to be seen as the fun police. We want you to actually help build that community and find ways that you can support the students' social lives within a sort of safe environment that protects all of those who are living there. And then finally, we need somebody with some compassion, because again, you could be handling any situations that come overnight on the on-call rota, as well as helping any of your cohorts with any queries and concerns they may have. So like I said, it could be something like somebody feeling homesick, it could be somebody who's maybe having some worries about their course. So we're looking for somebody who's able to put themselves into the person's shoe that they're talking with, and be able to give them some support and some guidance about where to go next. So in order to fulfill this role, we make sure that you are supported, because that's obviously really important. And there's a number of ways that we do this. So on site, you are headed up by your warden. So your hall warden will be somebody who is a senior academic or member of staff at the university. They're very experienced in dealing with anything and everything that happens on site. And they are also backed up by a sub-warden, who's usually a residential advisor who's really experienced in the role and has been doing it for a few years. So they are an absolute wealth of knowledge, and they're there to absolutely support you. So your warden will be your line manager. As well as that, we have the halls team who are on site, and they provide the customer service aspect of the halls environment. So they're the ones who are there to deal with any post and parcels, maintenance requests, sort of access and things like that. So they're there to help you with the day-to-day of the hall. So should you have any inquiries, they're there to support you. In the wider university as well, we also have the student services team. So the advice and guidance team, who are based in the Allsop building, are always there on hand. They get a copy of all of our incident reports that happen when you're on duty. And so they're there to pick up not just from the student perspective, but also from your perspective as the RA, to make sure that you are safe and well in what you're doing. And then finally, encompassing all of that, we have the campus support teams. So this is the security team within the university, and they're on hand to provide any security support that you guys might need. So they're there to always call on in the event of a security issue, or if there's an emergency on site, they're always there to help. So then moving on to building a community, we're really proud in our hall that we offer a great experience while the students are living here. So we aren't just a room, we are a community, and that's what we aim to do. And without residential advisors, we wouldn't be able to offer what we do. So we have a Halls Life team who are in place, and these are the team who provide that social programme and basically create an enriching and engaging programme and place for students to live. So they do this for a number of different ways. So first and foremost, we have our social programme. So obviously when COVID-19 isn't causing a slight disruption to the programme, we're doing this through large-scale events such as the Halls Formals, all the way down to small-scale events where we have freebies given away at receptions to movie nights. For the COVID outlook on life, we're basically running the same social programme, except we're moving this into a safer environment. So it will be predominantly online, but there will also be some face-to-face activities happening behind cluster flat doors, because these will be households. They also look after the communications, and again, residential advisors are really important within our comms. So this is where we need to update students, whether it's about maintenance issues or all the way through to events and times of the year. So things like exam stress and things and support, and also anything that we might be sending out in lines of pre-arrival information or departure information. So this is what they're here for. And essentially through our social programme, we want to try and prevent students from having more serious concerns. We want to make sure that we make all students feel included and part of something, and that they feel supported and able to conduct their studies. And so through our social programme, we try to bear in mind that we want to prevent anyone from feeling not included, and also we want to use it as an early intervention. So we really hit home about well-being and mental health, because we want to support people's well-being. So in terms of the RA's role within Halls Life and the social programme, we get you involved to help us staff events. So as you can see on the photos on the screen, we have a number of different things that you can get involved with. You even actually have your own budget to be able to organise some events yourselves. So we'll get you to pick up some small events. This year, for 2020, with COVID being in the air, this will likely be events with your individual flats behind their closed doors, but there'll still be some budget there for you to be able to put on some things for them. We also look at you to promote our events for us, and again, whether these are online events or face-to-face events, we'll get you to help us get the message out there and get some enthusiasm built up so that we get loads of attendees and it ends up being a real success. And then probably more importantly, we look to you for feedback. So where we hold events and where we have yourselves creating events for us, we want to find out how they went and any feedback that the students have in order to use that to then continuously improve what we offer going forward. So then moving on to how to apply. So in terms of what you actually get for doing the role, you get a discount on your accommodation. So you will be guaranteed a room within the University of Liverpool accommodation offer. So there's a range of halls and room types available for you. And the standard RA discount is £4,940. So this is the discount that you will receive of your accommodation fees. And that works out into a weekly rent of between £79 to £125 a week. You can apply for the job through the University of Liverpool website. So as you can see on the bottom of the screen now, there is our job vacancies page. If you are having trouble finding this, if you just type into Google University of Liverpool accommodation and go into our accommodation page, you will find a whole section about becoming a residential advisor with links out to the job vacancy so you can apply. So then what happens next? Well, first of all, you submit your application. It's always really important to point out at this point that we need 2 references to make sure that you can be recruited into the university, because it is a staff position. So we need to make sure that they're available for us to contact. So when you put them down into your application form, make sure that you've made them aware so that they might hear from us in the next few weeks. We also need a copy of your passport. So as at the moment we aren't offering a face-to-face service, this will be online, so we'll be in touch with you shortly about how we can get that passport from you. The next step is then that you would attend an interview. So these again are being done online. So we will use the options of Skype, Zoom or Teams, depending on which one works best for you. And these will happen after the 15th of June. Once you've had your interview and the panel have deliberated, you will then, if you're accepted, receive an offer for the role and also your accommodation contract. So then at that point, you just need to accept that from us and we can get you moved in for September. So that is everything from me today. So thank you for listening. As you can see, our details are on the bottom of this screen should you want to speak to us. Hopefully this has answered some of your questions, but if you do have any more, then feel free to contact us on the details below, and you'll find our email address as well on the accommodation website. Thank you.